What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Wardcast. Every Monday, we bring you the latest in video game news, talk about survival horror, machinima, and what's going on at the Ward. I'm one of your hosts, Shaun Clark, alongside Jazz Rich.
You don't know that.
I have a theory. Nick Sharpshot.
Hello.
And Cody Howard.
Boy!
That's good. I went low, you went high. It's contrast is what they call that.
That's somewhere in the middle.
So I'm fucking tired of shit, so this should be an interesting show. But with that said, apparently there is a Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic movie in the works, and rumors say it's a potential 3-movie deal. Never mind the fact that fans of KOTOR have been asking for a game sequel for years and years and years, but you know, fuck that. Have some movies and shut up, though.
I'd take the movies.
I don't want movies. It's a game. I fucking want a new game.
If it's the guys from Game of Thrones, I don't want to fucking watch anything
Oh, no.
by those assholes.
It's, Knights of the Old Republic is the BioWare one, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'd rather take the movies.
What?
Wait, what?
I'm not a BioWare fan.
Apparently, fuck.
Wow. The subscriber count just went.
That's the worst.
No, the first one's BioWare, and the second one is, fuck. What's it called?
Well, I think they still were involved with it, but I think they took a back seat. Yeah, that sounds right. Still.
It was the guys who made New Vegas. Wow, I'm completely blanking on it.
Obsidian.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jazz,
Yes.
how was your week?
Pretty uneventful. I didn't really do anything all week. Just mostly read.
That's exciting.
What did you read? Books?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I read Chairs.
You know how to read?
Hey, you
I read
could
books.
read menus or
Tutorials in menus.
yeah, PDFs,
I did I did read a
instruction manuals. You don't know.
I do know.
Road signs.
I guess you would know.
Yeah. Yeah, I read a book, and I guess I listened to music most of my week, but
Which
I tried
book
to play
was
the
it?
new game. White Fang.
I know that book.
That
It's
sounds
fucking
familiar.
boring.
That's my favorite book.
I want everybody to die, and no one's dying. I'm like, fuck.
What's
Wow,
what's
that's
the
the
book
worst.
Wolf. It's
Like
about
a guy?
It's
wolf.
not about a wolf. It's just about Wolf.
No, it's about a wolf.
Oh, is his name Wolf? Wolf the Wolf?
His name is White Fang.
Oh fuck!
I might just watch the movie on Netflix.
Spoiler! God.
There's a movie.
It's an animated movie. And, yeah, I might just
Photo!
but I also
Oh.
I tried to play the new game, but that fell
Oh no!
apart. So
Which new game?
so I got this Dreamfall chapters on because it's on sale, and then I started playing it, and I was really into it, and then I realized it was a sequel, and the first one's not on PSN, so I have to wait and find it at like EB Games or something. Because it looks really good.
Don't they make a game so that you don't have to experience the previous ones usually?
Well, I don't know. The characters are talking about something that happened, and it sounds important, and I'm like, oh.
Well, I mean,
I'm
if
gonna
you
stop
jumped into
now.
Halo 5, the greatest game of all time, would you know what happened in 1 through 4?
Probably.
I know what happened.
I've never
1, 2,
played it,
3.
so I don't know that for
refuse
sure.
To remember what happened in 4.
Previously on.
You can play
Yeah.
Mass Effect 3 without playing 1 or 2.
Good.
Oh boy! Wow!
Because I've tried to play 1. It failed
Can
horribly.
you play Kingdom Hearts 3 without playing Kingdom Hearts 1
That is
too?
different.
That's something.
No,
that-
it's not!
It
Best
is. That
enjoyed with
fucking situation is a
methamphetamines.
nightmare.
I
You
did do an hour
need-
research before jumping in.
Exactly. You need to do
Only an
research.
hour?
You need diagrams and spreadsheets and fucking no.
Yeah, only an hour. Believe it or not, the video I found was very informative.
I feel like you could have a class, like a semester-long college class on Kingdom Hearts, and you'd still have like a 200 level class for it for the advanced storyline.
Yeah. Like I said, the video I watched, it was pretty clear. It was concise. It was like it did everything in order chronologically. So I was like, okay, I think I know what I'm doing.
Well, there's like a Keyblade, and then Sephiroth appears, right? And then they have like Johnny Depp from motion capture and
Well, Sora
stuff.
puts the Keyblade into Johnny Depp and unlocks Sephiroth.
I think that's
that's
how you
the
get
story.
to the final. And then you get Knights of the Nine, and yeah.
Something like that.
Did you get Knights
Sounds
of the Nine?
horrible.
Anything else, Jess? You read a book, you started to play a game and
Well,
failed?
I played other games, but I started a new game. I did, like, right after the podcast last week, finish The Plague's Tale. Because I tried so hard to finish it before, and I couldn't. So that's done. And I'm almost done Horizon. I'm at the last boss, and
Ooh.
I fucking mad. I can't do it. It's
Was it just like
frustrating.
really hard? Did you not grind when you needed to?
It's just well, you know how there's like robotic animals and shit. They give you like the biggest in the world, and then they keep sending waves of other ones, and you're like, and they're all targeting you, so you're like, wow, I fucking hate all of you.
Wow.
It's great. It's
Sounds
great.
like life.
And apparently that's not even the final boss, but I put it on pause so I could come here. I'll finish it later.
Oh, I see. We're interrupting your day. I see.
Oh no, I have to do laundry.
Wow.
Laundry.
Laundry.
So is grinding in video games essentially crunch for the game players?
We should be compensated.
Only in Tony Hawk games.
They said, if we have to suffer, damn it, they have to suffer.
It's only fair.
How do we get a game that has about an hour worth of content to spread over a 40-hour gameplay time? Final
Mortal
Fantasy
Kombat.
1. Oh yeah, just make it so you have to buy the actual like thing to beat the game. That's good.
It was like Mortal Kombat because it's a fighting game and it's literally an hour's worth of content.
I mean,
I want to see a game where like
Except you grind out all the unlocks for fucking over 100 hours.
I want to see a game where literally to progress from room to room is a microtransaction. You have to buy a key to every door in the game.
You know, that's funny. I have a game called Shadow of Loot Box.
Oh my god.
Yo,
I bought it-
dude. Did you get the loot box premium edition that comes with 100 loot boxes?
It's funny because I bought it for like $2 or $3 and it was on sale. This game is so fucking funny, dude. It's just like
Isn't that how much a loot box in that game costs, though? That you bought the actual game for?
the Shadow of Loot Boxes. They have like your little fake loot boxes. It's an indie game. It's pretty hilarious, to be honest. Like you have to go around. The loot boxes are enemies. They have like teeth and shit, like mimics, and you have to shoot them, and you have to collect money to buy loot boxes to kill the loot boxes.
It's too meta.
I thought you were talking about
on it.
Shadow of Mordor for a second. I was like,
Oh no! It's literally called Shadow of Loot Box.
Same thing? Question mark.
Star Wars.
No,
Battle-
actually, it
Battle-
actually has no Shadow of Mordor or Shadow War references. It actually has like some Fallout references and shit, which is weird.
It's a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
So Jazz, how was Plague's Tale? Did it live up to your expectations?
Yes.
Great.
That children the rats.
Riveting content.
I can't go like into it.
Spoilers.
I can't go too into it. Yeah, without spoilers
Yeah.
because it's still really new. And
Spoilers, this game's awesome.
But you were
I'm
pretty.
gonna try to play it in less than a week now.
Spoilers: the rats pick the bones clean.
Spoiler alert! It's good. So, but no, like you were pretty hyped for it. But like, did it live up to your expectations?
It was better than I thought. I was afraid that it was gonna be like, I don't know. I was afraid that I was gonna get all super hyped and then get super disappointed. But no, it was better than I expected, which is
cool.
good. Which is
Yeah,
good.
that's awesome.
I'm like, Bryson, shit's gonna burn. That's it.
Cool.
Yep.
Nick,
Yep.
how'd your week go?
It went.
Subway.
Well, I had my job orientation. I have a job now, so I'm going to be earning money. So that's life. Shaun, you and I both recorded some video, which is coming soon to theaters near you.
We did.
Disclaimer: not really coming to theaters near you.
No, it's coming to
You don't know.
It's coming to IMAX.
Yeah.
We recorded it in 3D quality. That's why it took like an hour for the fucking email to send. But yeah, just been relaxing and shit because summer. I've been planning stuff out, wrote some music, I'm going to be starting streaming actually tonight. So if you want to see a dude play Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, go to my Twitch at twitch.com/ravenix/ward/something. But yeah, I finally am going to have a consistent schedule to where I can record videos and do stuff. And I feel like I've been saying that for a month now, but it's actually true this time. And oh yeah, I watched a movie, this little known movie that no one knows about called Equilibrium.
Hey, some people know about that movie.
It was really fucking good.
And by some people, I mean just me. I'm the only one.
It really felt like a sequel to like Dark City or Matrix.
I just remember the box art for Equilibrium. It's like, what did it say? Fuck. I can't remember the quote, but it was like, it's something about like, if you like the Matrix, like, this will blow you away or some shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Could you imagine on the box it says in quotations, fuck, I can't remember the quote, and that's the quote?
That would be great.
Just fuck New York Times.
This is a good movie.
I can't remember the quote.
Thumbs
New
up.
York Times. Yeah.
New York Times. But yeah, good shit. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Go watch it right now. Go.
I still have yet to watch
Go
John
watch
Wick
it.
3.
Oh yeah, I still need to watch Endgame, John Wick. The new Godzilla movie's coming out. Everybody go see it. It looks awesome. I don't know if it's good or not.
Support your local kaiju.
Me.
Yeah. Support your Japanese monster movie.
Yeah, you better
Thing.
fucking do it. I want another movie, damn it.
Wow. I won't be supporting that.
Why
I like those movies.
I
love
kaijus!
Wait, you don't like Godzilla?
Eh.
Not even like the 50s and 80s ones?
Yeah. No, I just never could get into it.
What about the Matthew Broderick one?
Oh God.
That one's
That's
you mean the
best
definitive one?
This is definitely the best one.
I unironically love that movie. So
I fucking hate that movie
I like
so much.
the Robot Chicken skit of the sequel where they're all ice skating.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Wizards
Like-
on ice.
The Godzillas are dancing. It's so good.
See, I would
Yeah.
watch that. That would change my perspective.
see, that's all you need. It's just a sequel that explains the
Ice
first
skating
one.
saves everything.
Exactly.
I also
Ebola on
saw.
ice.
I was trying to remember. I saw. Oh yeah, The Dirt, the Motley Crue documentary movie thing. It was alright. But yeah, if you don't like Motley Crue, you won't like the movie. I don't know.
Nope.
Cody,
Yee.
how was your month week?
How was your ass?
How was your ass week?
Haley. Yeah, fucking. Did I talk about Sea of Thieves at all last time I was on here?
Probably because you do every time.
I don't talk about it every time. I didn't talk about it for months.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's fine.
I really
Everything
don't
is
know
fine.
if I talked about it last time.
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Oh. Well, the anniversary update came out, added a shit ton more features. Been playing that. It's been pretty good. I earned like 150,000 and blew it all on like 4 ship items. And they added like a campaign thing. It's pretty neat. Don't want to spoil it, but I disagree with the ending, and I thought it was a load of shit, and made me not happy. But still,
Sounds great.
Pretty good game. I mean, the story was fantastic. It made me feel like it gave me that sense of adventure that I felt like the game has been missing. Like all the AIs and stuff have little cutscenes and like kind of like Half-Life cutscenes where you're there. It's not really like an in-video thing. So it's like in-game cutscenes and they are all fully voice acted and it's awesome. And there's a bunch of like not even bullshit riddles either. When this game gives you riddles in this campaign, I'm talking you take a magical compass and you have to like align the stars to mountains type shit. And they're not specific either. So yeah.
That
But,
doesn't
yeah,
sound fun.
It gives you it's pirating adventure. I mean, it's
Yeah.
fucking awesome. But the ending was it was awesome. It was a great journey, but the reward was not worth the journey I took.
It's not about the destination, you know.
It's kind of the gist is what they give you. I'm not even gonna lie. Can I spoil it for anybody that cares about this story, quote unquote?
Does Captain Jack Sparrow show up?
I don't
No.
care.
Yeah.
I'll never play it. Spoiler alert, everybody.
Spoiler alert. The ending was the treasure's
Garbage.
inside of you the whole time.
It's in your
That's like
ass.
that's some My Little Pony level shit.
It was so fucking like they gave me actual like here's the thing. You go into this room and it's full of treasure and it's fucking ridiculous. And you got to kill this boss called the Gold Hoarder. And you kill him and this room's
gold digging whore.
this room's full of treasure and this ghost appears when you kill him and he gives you the skull of the Gold Hoarder and that's worth like 10k gold, which isn't very much if I'm going to be honest, cuz I've like in one pillaging fort I've earned like 23,000 in one go. And I was like the reward is you get 10k gold. And I'm like cool, can I take more gold though? And the guy's like it's not about the money. It's about the people you treasure the most and spend your time with and blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
The
fuck
treasure
you.
is your friends.
I was like, yeah, he's like, the treasure is the journey. And I was like, fuck you.
You just
Can you
stab
imagine
him.
can you imagine showing up to work for your paycheck and they're like, the payoff is the effort and the journey, man, and you're just like, you reach
I
for
would
the
shit on their desk and quit.
You just grab
Wow.
the scissors from your supervisor's desk and just jab them into his throat.
I'd fucking stab him in the middle of the hand just to like let him live.
like,
Gotta let
you're
him know what he
fine.
did wrong.
The
But I
twist
played,
is the treasure's in you all along, and you have to kill yourself to get the treasure.
That's some Saw level shit.
Yeah, I was
Cut-
about
cut
to
open
say
the-
that's a whole nother meaning, and I kind of want to see it happen.
The treasure is
See, I
before
could,
your
That's like-
if that
eyes.
was what happened, I could appreciate that, you know?
That's literally the Fifth Element. Spoilers for the Fifth Element. You're 20 years
You're
late.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
We're
Whereas,
spoiling a lot of shit on this podcast. It's like spoilers for
welcome,
Game
Internet.
of Thrones, for The Walking Dead, The Dead Survive.
Spoilers
fuck
of Game
did we
of
spoil
Thrones.
for The Walking
it's
Dead?
Thrones.
That Leon lives. I don't know.
The fuck?
Is that the TV show?
I also I had a show last week. I did that. That was pretty awesome. And I'm gonna brush over that because I don't like it's a gaming podcast. I don't want to talk too personal. But Dauntless came out I think yesterday,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
and I downloaded it, and it's all right. I played it. I gotta talk about new games I played, and I played Dauntless. It's Monster Hunter World, except with Fortnite graphics, minus the building.
God. Oh god.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
It's exactly like Monster Hunter World. So if this isn't good, then Monster Hunter World isn't good. It's the exact same game, literally,
It's like The Witcher 3 with Minecraft graphics and none of the good things.
except free to play and microtransactions.
So
the
play
thing-
Monster
what
Hunter.
What I
Gotcha.
love in games.
It's my favorite thing.
Shitty graphics, pay to
Here's
win.
the thing. I don't know what to say about this because how I sum up Monster Hunter, and Monster Hunter's not a bad game. It's a fine game, but I fucking hate the gameplay loop, and that is the entire game. The game's functional, so therefore it is a good game. But opinion-wise, I fucking hate the shit out of that game in a weird way. Like, Monster Hunter is, you want this one set of armor, let's kill the same monster for 8 hours straight in hopes that it drops enough material for you to get this set of armor. And then move on to the next monster.
Yeah, and those 8 hours of grinding is kind of shitty gameplay. Like, it's shitty by design, but at the end of the day, like, the
It's
gameplay is, yeah, it's very clunky. Like, it's not very enjoyable, you know? It's not like you go into that game and it's like, oh, it's fun to play because the combat's great. That's not what kind of a game that is. But when that's what you're doing is you're grinding, fighting monsters for hours and hours and hours, and the gameplay is not that rewarding.
The same monster.
That's a fucking problem.
Like, I get you, there's 50 different monsters, and you can hunt those ones too, but still, for one set on one monster, it's like 8 hours, and I fuck that shit. And I'm like, Dauntless has the microtransactions and whatnot, and it's kind of like Monster Hunter Light, but in a weird way, I feel like I'd probably play Dauntless more than Monster Hunter, just because it's just a little bit, I want to say easier to Monster Hunter. It's a bit less repetitive. You don't have to the monsters always drop what you want them to drop instead of there being a chance. So I feel like you don't have to grind on 8 hours on these ones.
That's good.
It's a weird thing. I hate it because microtransactions and free game microtransactions.
Well, I mean, if the game, I can't even fucking really shit on a game like that. If they're giving you the game for free,
yeah, I don't mind that
whatever.
It's free.
You know what? You gotta make your money somehow. That's fine. It's when when you buy the game and then you have to fucking pay for microtransactions. That's where it's just fucking bullshit.
Right. I just don't like that the microtransactions are in my face.
Yeah.
And this game is kind of one of those games that do that. It does that thing it does what Anthem does. And Anthem does this thing, and it's fucking really shitty. I mean, it's Anthem, so what's to be expected, But there's these there's premium currency shops in Anthem, and I don't know, obviously you guys should know that, but I don't know if you know this bit. There's this marketplace area in that game is really tiny, the tiniest marketplace I've ever seen in my life. You think Fable 2 and Fable 3 Bowerstone marketplace is small? This is 20% of that in size. And if that, probably smaller. But the point is, there's 2 neighboring stores just about in that game, and they both lead you to the same store, the premium currency place.
Wow.
Well, yeah, that's how they get you.
I'm just why are the premium currency stores? There's 2 of them. If they sold different shit, it would make sense. But they sell the same things, and they're just neighboring stores.
Just
why? Just put the one store here. Yeah, and Dauntless does that. I've ran into 3 stores, 2 of them neighboring, one of them in the back of town. All lead you to the same fucking store.
Well, in that kind of game, the problem is if it's microtransactions, oh, you want a cool armor looking set, but if it's a sword that makes the grind half as long because it does more damage or some shit, or doesn't rust or break as easily.
Well, I didn't check if it's cosmetic or not, so I can't complain on that front because I actually didn't see. I noticed that they're selling the same items. I actually didn't check if they're pay to win items or not. I should probably look at that. I just hate how just have one store. Just have one store, so people know where to go.
That's all you need.
Yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up thinking I can buy weapons here, armor there, cosmetics there, premium there, because 3 shops there are premium.
You forgot to mention the most important thing about this game. It's made by Epic Games.
I mean, it is in beta. I mean, I don't see what everybody's deal with Epic is, to be honest.
Everything's in beta.
Yeah, I guess they're testing on Xbox. The town area sucks. It's chugging. I'm on an Xbox One X. Fucking best system for loading times, graphics, and such and whatnot. 20 frames or below frame rate in town area. I hate it.
That's fucking unacceptable for a console. I don't care if it's free. I don't give a shit if it's beta.
They're the mission areas, when you're actually playing the missions, game runs fucking flawlessly. Town area, I don't know what it is with town areas and games. I get you have to load in a bunch of people and whatnot, but my god, 20 frames and below, fuck that.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Cool. Yeah, we're fucking already behind. It's what we do. It's how we live our lives. So I'm gonna blow through my week
because I talk too much
quick.
and you keep inviting.
No, it's just we typically do 30 minutes on our weeks, which is fine, but we got to get better at blowing through it. But my week was fine. I started watching the final season of Game of Thrones, and oh boy, it's not great. I'm about halfway into episode 4 out of 6, I think it is, and it's fallen apart real fast. It started fine, and it's progressively getting worse and worse and disappointing more and more. I don't want to talk about really anything because it's all spoilers, but God, they're just making really poor choices that ruin everything that they built up across all the other seasons. And I don't really know what was changed from the books to the show, but I know from what I hear, it's a lot. And it does not seem like it was for the best. Like sometimes, they make choices, like changes that will benefit it in its like TV show or movie form. But like, I just think they didn't know what to fucking do, and they just made up a bunch of shit last minute. At least that's what it feels like. And it's not good.
Episodes 3, 5, and 6 from that last season are particularly heinous in terms of like, yeah. So you still got 2 full episodes where you're going to be head desking and
wonderful.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
I love the term head desking.
Still watching a little bit of The Outer Limits because it's weird and good. I played a bit more Conan and a few other games that I'll go over in the updates because I did Let's Plays on them. What else? I played a new game. I started Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, which is a 8-bit retro style game made by the creator of Castlevania. And it's pretty much 100% Castlevania without the name, and it's really good.
I have a video on that, actually.
Yes, you do. You know it well.
Also, Sean, which Outer Limits are you talking about? Just because
the original
1960s.
Show. Oh,
60s?
Never mind. I didn't know there was a 60s one. The 90s one.
There's a 63 and a 95 one.
Yeah,
okay, nice.
The 95 one. Yeah, but I didn't get to play a whole lot of Bloodstained, so I might have more to say about that next week. But so far, it's pretty cool. If you like the older kind of NES kind of games, it's a good time. I just realized I'm playing a lot of like retro style stuff, which was not intentional in any way, and it's kind of weird, but I'm okay with that. I accept me for who I am. It's fine. But yeah, let's get into some news.
It's time for some news.
Nailed it. Jazz,
Y'all.
where's your enthusiasm?
She's watching
Everybody
Family
had it
Feud.
covered. I kind of just lean back and let it happen.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not watching Family Feud.
Okay, then. So, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie has been delayed. Insert shocked response here, everybody.
So it's not going to go fast?
It's gonna go slow. That's not a good start when Sonic the movie gets delayed, because it's all about speed. It's like, it's casting a bad shadow.
It's not a good start when the trailer gets made fun of by every single public speaking figure on the planet.
Congratulations, Internet. You've single-handedly delayed a major motion picture by 3 months. Great.
By memes alone.
Way
We
to
should
go.
keep going so they just cancel it altogether.
You know what? Maybe. But yeah, the Sonic movie has been a topic of discussion around the internet due to the oddly designed depiction of Sonic, and is undergoing a redesign after fan outrage. Originally set to release in November of this year, Sonic is now expected to release on February 14th, 2020.
Holy shit.
People bitch and moan about crunch, but apparently it's okay to tack on 3 more months of CGI work when it suits their needs. Also, fuck anyone who actually liked this iteration of Sonic, whatever. I'm sure they're out there. You know who you people are, you people that like furry Sonic characters and fan fiction.
If I was making a movie, I'd rather the majority that didn't like it be happy than the few that was like, man, I really love that design, wish they didn't change it.
Yo, I don't know if this is my idea or I read this somewhere, because I can't remember the fuck I read this, but someone had a genius idea to have it in the DVD options to where, like in Halo, you can switch between the original and the remastered.
Graphics!
Yeah, you can switch the Sonic graphics to the original.
That would
version.
be amazing.
You just press the select button and he just looks fucking horrendous. You go, wow, this is classic mode.
But the thing too to keep in mind is like
they have different ratings because of how horrible.
The people that speak up are typically the minority. Like they're more vocal, but like the majority might actually like that design, but they're just not vocal about it.
The majority
it's the
should have
pissed
gave
off,
that
passionate
video a
people.
thumbs up on YouTube.
The people that get all fucking fired up over how pissed off they are, those are the ones that speak up. The ones that are typically cool or okay with it, they're typically not going to say anything.
Yeah,
So-
but then if it gets changed and they're pissed, that's their fault. They should have left a thumbs up on the video rating.
I want a Sonic
guess.
Freeriders movie.
I just
They
don't
didn't
think
even
we
have
should
to leave
be-
a comment. They just could have left it a thumbs up.
we just shouldn't be so willing to fucking bend to the will of whoever fucking decides to complain.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
You have the right to voice
but
your
no
opinion,
movies
but come
usually
on.
ever do that. I feel like Sonic's the first video game movie
Exactly, but that's the thing is like this is becoming a trend. Like the more times this happens, the more streamlined it becomes and the bigger of a problem it becomes and the more acceptable it is.
I agree with you on that.
It's not good.
It's gonna
But
ruin
I'm-
relationships.
you
You said
imagine-
it's coming out. You said it's coming out on February 14th.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
no!
People are gonna go like, "Oh,
Valentine's Day.
let's go watch a new movie for
like,
a
hey,
date,"
baby,
and then
wanna
they're gonna be
wa-
like, "I don't want to fucking remember this day ever."
We're done. It's over.
Or they'll love it because it's new Sonic.
Everybody's just gonna make out in the
They-
back anyway.
They
There
bring
you go.
No one's gonna watch it.
her guy brings his girlfriend blue flowers. Like, gotta go fast. Gotta
Oh,
go
no.
fast.
Come fast!
Guys, we're back on the Viagra subject.
God damn it. Full
Go
circle.
fast.
But yeah.
They should have
it's-
Uwe Boll direct it.
It's
Oh,
okay. No one's gonna be
no.
making out in that movie theater. If you go watching Sonic, it's a bunch of fucking virgins. That's all. I'll be honest.
Wow.
Wow, there goes
Wow.
out the viewer base.
The views of Cody Howard don't reflect that of the Ward Productions.
Fucking Sonic sucks
My views
ass.
are my own and do not reflect on
Sonic
the
hasn't
company
been
I work for.
good since like the third game. Fuck Sonic. Sonic sucks.
God damn. He's been through a hard time. Give the little shit a break.
He should have died 20 years ago.
Didn't he? And then they resurrected him? Or is that Mega Man? I don't fucking keep track of that.
He had to kill himself to get the key.
See, Mega Man was actually smart and took a break. Mega Man came back and he's kind of good again now.
Wait,
so
what do you mean came back? They're re-releasing the same 6 games in like 5 different variations on
They
Steam,
released a
PS4,
new
and Xbox. Oh, you're talking about Mighty Number 9, that piece of
No,
shit?
no, I'm talking about. Apparently, nobody knew a new Mega Man came out and it got great reviews. But okay,
Oh, 11?
I-
yeah,
Wait, what?
Did it get great
11?
reviews, though? I thought it was kind of split.
I heard nothing but good things about it. But point is, Mega Man took a break. Sonic's still trying to chug and make money, and Sega's in fucking financial debt. And I swear to God, if this movie fails, Sega's done for.
But they got that Sega Genesis Classic coming up.
Yeah, because
out.
they're doing their best to try and make fucking money. Because as of last year, their sales have been down 75%. Sega's losing money. This movie and that Sega Genesis thing, probably their last hope for fucking survival. Because they've been riding on Sonic when they should have dug in their vault and did stuff with their other IPs. And they didn't, because they're relying on the garbage Sonic fan base on their
God
garbage
damn, so
property.
much shade.
Dude, I don't even, how does Sonic survive this long? So
How
many
does
mascots.
Mario or Link survive this long?
'Cause
I
they
don't
make
know.
In the
good
Gangster
games.
Paradise.
That's what they're missing. They need to put Gangster's Paradise in the games, and they'll be fine.
I just love that Nick's how does Mario and Link? And I'm just they make good games. That's how they fucking survive. Because every time a Mario game and a Zelda game come out, they sell fucking wildfire. Every time a Sonic game comes out, sells this, I don't want to say the
You know,
same
every
as
5
Mario or
years?
Zelda. No, oh god, no. You must not realize how many Sonic games come
I
out.
don't keep track. I don't know.
It's-
I'll be
it's
the
a
first to
lot.
admit it.
But it's Sonic games come out, and it's just they sell maybe not as good as Link or Mario, but it's just they still sell a shit ton, but they always get bad reviews. How? How do they still sell? I mean, I know how they sell. I know the fan
Because
base, but
kids don't fucking look at reviews, and if
yeah,
they
but
do,
kids aren't
they don't.
dumb. Did kids that play
Some kids are dumb.
Kids deserve to play good games.
You're right, but they're oh, look at Sonic, he's so cute. Or
If there's
cool
a
or
garbage
whatever.
game, a kid's gonna
Making out with a
acknowledge that it's
human.
garbage.
Winks and
If Sonic can make out with a human, can a human make out with a hedgehog? Is that
Yo,
acceptable?
that is the 2020 question that we're gonna see in February.
Can you
But so
make
let's
out
say-
with your dog? Question mark.
It's I can't wait to see the post-credit scene where fucking Jim Carrey's banging Sonic. I'm gonna be so
Oh,
fucking
no.
thrilled
Wait,
about that.
I don't think that's no. Don't give them ideas, man.
Well, they're going to a Sonic movie. They probably think that. I'm just saying.
Don't-
Yeah,
go
they
too
bring their
fast,
kids to a Sonic movie. I want to see a guy fuck a hedgehog.
Well, I mean, we're talking about the Sonic fan base.
You just said they're kids.
What?
I'm
No.
confused. Who are these Sonic fans that want
No,
to see a guy
Sean said
fucking
it
animals?
sells because of kids. My kind of like not saying it, but saying it. I'm saying Sonic sells because furry community. I didn't want to say it,
Oh
but
no.
Sean said it sells because kids. I was going with it sells because furry community.
Wow. That's probably true.
DeviantArt sells
both.
Sonic copies.
It's both. But yeah, it's fine. It's Sega's. I cannot believe they're still around. Like they've been struggling to survive since the Saturn. The fucking
know.
Saturn. Like, how are they still around? It's
Because
a fucking
Sonic.
miracle or a
Aren't
curse.
they a
I
major
don't know
publisher
which.
though? Aren't they
What's
like a big publisher? Because they did like I
Well,
know they did Alien Colonial
they're not a-
They're
Marines,
not a big
Vanquish.
publisher, but
Yeah.
yes, they are a publisher. But again, I mean, what do they really have that's doing well that they publish? Yakuza? Like, that's
Not
it.
Aliens, Colonial Marines.
Nope. They publish a lot of garbage, and their owned IPs are garbage too. Like, and the ones that people want, they either do, like, they bring them back and fucking ruin them, or they just ignore them entirely. Or like Sonic, they just fucking throw them up on a cross and sacrifice them over and over again.
Sounds like Konami.
Well, they don't even do video games anymore. They don't give a shit.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure, like, for as much as I shit on Sega, and I'm like, why is Sega still around? Konami's still worse than Sega.
Well,
Sega
Konami's
might
successful.
put it,
They're making money.
yeah, I was about to say,
Why
Sega
you-
might, like, put in a shit game after shit game, like Sega. At least Konami put out some pretty decent games the majority of their lifespan, unlike Sega. Even though they fucked up way worse. So, like, Sega might not be as bad in terms of, like, being a shitty company, so I actually put them above Konami. But I'm still like, Konami's fucking still way more successful for even though they're shitty.
Konami's going to turn into like Nintendo. Like Nintendo, they've got the Pokemon company, and now Konami's going to be the soccer company or the pachinko.
It's funny that they were like, oh, pachinko machines, and we're not doing video games anymore. Yet they just put out the Castlevania collection.
Yeah, I mean,
I get it's re-releasing
That's just a
old
bunch
content.
of yeah.
Yeah, but still, they're just kind of like, we're not going to do games anymore. They do that, and I'm like, guys.
I don't know. I feel like that just kind of barely counts because it is a collection. It is a re-release, and apparently it was half-assed anyway. So I don't know.
They had they didn't have Symphony of the Night on there, so that was the one everyone was looking forward to. But there was like 2 games on there that people were like, "Why did you make this choice?" And I agree wholeheartedly with that.
What's weird to me is like if you're gonna do, since they're not making games anymore really, and Castlevania is more or less dead, why not do like a fucking collection of the entire franchise? You know, do 1 through, what was the last one, Lords of Shadow?
10?
Like, do them all.
Lords of Shadow too.
Like, how cool would that be? Have 1 through the final one, clean them up, put them on a collection. That'd be fucking
it'd be
amazing.
nice. Have 2 volumes, because marketing strategy. You got to make more. You got to milk it for
Yeah,
more
that'd
cash.
be fine too, because
Have
there's a
2
shit ton of
volumes.
games.
Volume 1 be your mainline story games, like Castlevania 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah, Symphony Night, yada yada, and then Volume 2 be your not canon games,
Like all the handheld ones.
the Game Boys, Kid Dracula, whatnot, all the way up.
Aria of Sorrow, I think, was another one.
Yeah,
like
that
No,
would be
Aria of
amazing.
Sorrow is canon.
That's the one I played the shit ton or a lot the most. I love
That's the one where you kill the monsters, get their souls for powers, right?
it. Yes, you
That is-
literally collect the monster after you
That
kill
is
it in one
canon.
book. It's awesome.
Well, even if
everyone
it was
go play
broke
it.
up in like console versions, handheld versions, like either way, like just
But
find
I'm
a
not
way
even
to put
saying
them
like
all
that, 'cause
together.
there's some handheld games that are canon, like I said, Aria of
Well, I
Sorrow.
mean
like,
more
have
from
those
like a
ones.
performance perspective, because like all the handheld versions are going to be closer, like visually,
Yeah. But like have Volume 2 your non-canon games like Lord of Shadows and the N64 game, which they officially deem not canon at some point.
I think the problem with there's a lot of license issues with some of them, but the thing is because what they did with I think we talked about it last time too, is they released what they just now released. They didn't really do any fucking like touch-ups or anything. They literally just throw a couple of ROMs into an exe file and you play it, and it sucks. And they didn't even use like
maximum effort.
For
They
the
even
new
pulled
for the collection?
yeah, The one that just
Oh,
came
the
out.
collection I heard was like they pretty much did it on point from the few reviews that I watched. Like Kid
That's not what I
Dracula was
heard.
never released in America, and they like gave it English subtitles and everything, like fixed the controls up and
If that's what they did, that's awesome. But I read that like every other one, or like 2, 3, and 4, or 2, 4, and 6, like a bunch of them were just like really shitty. Like it's like they pulled a Silent Hill HD collection where they took the original version of the game, where they didn't have like some of the shit just didn't work. Like a boss would, have like multiple stages, and you just never be able to kill him because it glitched through, and the programming like had a loop in the air and error in the code, and they just never fixed it because whatever. And it's like that. Like if you're doing that, like if you're pulling that level of bullshit with your fucking re-releases of a game that was already released, already made, you already made money from it back in the 90s and 80s, whenever the fuck it came out, and you're trying to make money on it again off the nostalgia factor and off the convenience factor and re-releasing it, that's horseshit. You should treat it with one, respect and care, because it's obviously, if you're re-releasing it, people probably want it, which means there's original fans of it, and two, you're making money. It's a product. Put some fucking effort into it.
I'll have to go back and like watch some other videos and like look up more information to see what that's all about. But
I just read
yeah,
Steam reviews,
I haven't.
so I don't know how accurate that is.
Oh,
Maybe
well,
it's just a
that
Steam
might
issue.
be a bad PC port because the videos I
Maybe.
watched were on console.
Maybe. But if it's a bad PC port, that's fucking unacceptable either, because it's...
I agree, yeah.
ROMs.
If it's a bad PC port, then yeah, that's shitty. Posted a photo down below of the...
Wait, they're going to
original
release a
timeline.
game in 2036? Oh,
No, that's the
I was like-
timeline of the...
Yeah, I thought the first game was saying it came out in the year 1094. I was like, wait,
No.
how? The
William the
NES is so
Conqueror-
much older than I thought.
That's how many games are in the main timeline, and that's the period of time they take place in.
And people say Zelda's fucking confusing.
All right, let's get the fuck away from Sega and Castlevania. And let's turn to Sony, because,
Oh, no.
Sony's good. No, Sony's actually been pretty good
Is it
for
good
the
news?
most part. There's debatable. More so yes than no, I would say. But Sony will be partnering with Microsoft to make use of cloud services for streaming and improved AI in the next generation
Okay.
of consoles.
I thought that's what you were going to bring up, because when you said, let's turn to Sony, I was like, in the back of my mind, because, I mean, I don't know how much you dug into it, I'm sure a good bit. I was about to say, shouldn't you mean let's turn to Microsoft, since they're the ones that own the product? Sony's just like the customer.
Well,
They're saying partners, but Sony's the customer.
Well, that's the thing. It's more like Microsoft didn't go to Sony. Sony's going to Microsoft because they need help, basically. So I feel like it's more of a Sony
Wait,
story
why do they
than
need...
Microsoft.
Are they in a
Well-
financial rut right now?
No.
Here, let me get into this real quick. So Sony initially bought the cloud tech company Gaikai in 2012, which became PlayStation Now, but despite it improving over time, it's never really lived up to Sony's expectations. Since gaming is clearly moving into a more digital streaming-centric environment, Sony will have to do something to keep up with the industry. With this in mind, Sony has partnered with Microsoft to utilize and collaborate in growing Microsoft's Azure cloud and streaming technology. So basically, they need help with streaming games technology, because what they have isn't really good enough going forward, is essentially why they're doing this. So it's not like a general partnership where you're going to be seeing like Microsoft games on Sony and Sony games on Microsoft. It's nothing like that. It's completely for technology
It's Sony
and
going,
streaming
hey,
services.
let me use this license and pay for it for our own benefits type thing.
Yeah, basically they already tried to reach out, or they already tried to like buy and own their own version of this technology, and it didn't really pan out, so they kind of wasted all that. I don't remember what they spent, millions or billions of dollars in buying Gaikai, and it didn't pan out.
Not even just buying, maintaining it as well, all the way up until 2019. So
Yeah.
imagine the like cost that stacked up over the years.
Exactly. So instead of doing something like that again, they're going to Microsoft, which has solid technology, and they're just going to learn and help evolve that and utilize that, because they know it's there, it's reliable. Microsoft knows what they're doing with it, and they can just be involved in that process. So it makes sense. It's just kind of weird to see Microsoft and Sony collaborate in any form.
So is this for the next generation of consoles, or is this for
Yes,
something?
it's for the streaming technology of next generation.
Fuck.
So this, why I was kind of like this is good and bad is because like initially the way that Sony had kind of revealed the PlayStation specs and what they were going for, it kind of gave me a vibe of they're going to be more disc based and physical more than Microsoft was going to be. But since they're doing this, that's kind of out the window. Clearly, they are focusing on cloud gaming and streaming as well, which I was still kind of expecting because that's where the market is going. They have to do that to stay relevant and make money. But it's just a little disappointing to me to know that, they are getting away from physical media anyway in the long run. So it just kind of sucks.
Well, it also sucks because this is kind of outright admitting that they don't know how to do this correctly, so they need to go to their competitor and have some kind of business, profit for both to make this work.
Honestly, I think that's kind of respectable that they're willing to reach out to a competitor, and form a partnership with a rival, to
at least
grow
Sony
as
of
a company.
Japan is, because the fucking Sony of America head, he's a fucking shithead. He's thrown so much shade at fucking Microsoft, and Sony of Japan is just like, let the boss take care of this. Let's go
Randy
partner up
Pitchford?
with them.
Wow.
I don't know.
I've made too many Randy Pitchford jokes off camera today.
You guys heard of Borderlands?
It's weird too because the Japanese market is very anti-Microsoft. Microsoft systems do garbage in Japan.
Why is that?
They're
I know
just,
that. I never knew why.
I don't know. They're just not interested.
From what I can gather, I'm assuming it's something along the lines of if it's Sony sells well there, Nintendo sells well there, but yada yada. They're Japanese companies. American companies don't sell well in Japan because they're we have our own stuff.
I think it stems
kind of
from
weird. It's a weird integrity thing.
It's that, but I think it stems from the original Xbox because, that was our first American console, and that game was very focused on shooters and Western titles and stuff like that, things that just aren't very appealing in that market. So that's kind of when you think of Microsoft as a Japanese person, you're thinking those things go hand in hand, Western games, first person shooters. That's just not interesting to them, where Nintendo consoles and Sony consoles have, Japanese JRPGs and anime games, and it's more themed to their culture. So it just makes more sense for them to migrate to that. It's local, it caters to their tastes, and the American market is just so different and out of their preference. They don't like the shooters and stuff like that. So it doesn't make sense for them to buy that console when they're thinking they're going to get shooters and Western style RPGs that are very different than what they're used to. So I just think the brand is just kind of tainted in a way. But still, like I said, since they do kind of have that perception with Microsoft, it just makes this more interesting that they're even willing to do this partnership. But what's kind of interesting too about this is that apparently this decision was made by Sony in general, upper Sony management, and the place
Japan.
Well, yeah, but my point is it was just Sony as a company made this decision outside of the PlayStation brand. So PlayStation, that part of Sony, didn't even know that this partnership was made until after Sony they made a press statement or a tweet or something. That's how the PlayStation office found out about this partnership.
That's not good.
That's fucked up.
Why is it fucked up?
Because they're rivals. And
imagine your boss. Imagine you work for, I don't know, Target, and then you find out through a tweet that your boss says now you're going to be having Walmart stock shit going that you're going to be selling and distributing. You're going to be like, what the fuck? Why didn't you just tell me directly? Well,
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
go,
like
I
you
look at
spend
him and I go,
generations.
does this make us more money? And he'll go, yes. And I'll go, cool.
Well, yeah, but it's a very different, like it's a big paradigm shift for them because it's like you spend generations fighting against another company in a rivalry, trying to, there's always been console wars, Microsoft versus Sony, so it's been very competitive. And you're butting heads through all these years and all these console generations, and then just out of the blue, your boss is like, "Oh, by the way, we're working with them now." It's like, "Oh, okay." It'd be nice to get their input. Like, "Hey, we're thinking of doing this. This is the reason why we want to collaborate with them. What do you guys think of this? This is your whatever platform." Right?
I'm not on,
like you're competing with them. It's your technology. You're in the games industry. How do you feel about us working with Microsoft for these reasons? You would think they would have the decency to sit down with their team, discuss this potential collaboration, and get that team's input, and then move forward from there, rather than just being like, okay, we're the boss, we're gonna do this tough shit. You know what I mean? That's pretty fucked up.
Right. Like, and I was going to make a statement, and I'm not going to generalize the statement, so I'm not saying this about all PlayStation players or whatever, but I'm just like, I'm not really on the side of like PlayStation elitism, where I'm just like, our console is the best, and nothing is better, exclusives, and just like come everywhere, but like, I'm on like the Phil Spencer side of, I feel like gaming should be united. I've killed Nick.
Just imagine a bunch of like people holding up their PlayStations and coming everywhere like, yeah, man, Bloodborne.
I don't want
until
to
dawn.
that.
There's no other system is better. Look at our exclusive games. I'm on the side of like Phil Spencer, gaming should be united. So I'm just like, to me, I'm so fucking happy about this. Like, if the same thing happened like on Microsoft's end, where it's just like Microsoft made the announcement and Phil Spencer and Team Xbox didn't know, I'd still, my opinion would be the same. I'd be like, fuck them. It's better for everyone in the long run, I feel like, because I want the super system, damn it. I know it's never going to happen because it would be monopolizing the market, but damn it, wouldn't it be nice if like all the gaming companies just fucking formed together and made like fucking great super company? That's the dream.
It's called Steam.
It's just more, it's more of a respect thing, like a common courtesy. Because
Yeah,
like
I
you're
get that.
getting, like, you own, like, you're the president of the PlayStation brand or office or whatever that looks like, and you're told, you know what, you're competing with Microsoft, you need to do better with them, these are your sales goals, beat them. That's essentially the mentality for years and years and years. And then just out of nowhere, no one talks to you, no one talks to you, nobody says anything. They just make this statement to the public, hey, we're gonna partner with your competitor that we've been telling you to go up against and win. You know what I mean? It's just weird. I would be blindsided by that, and I would feel kind of like devalued, underappreciated. Like, you don't have the decency to get with me first and let me know what's happening, and maybe even get my input before we merge or have a partnership with the enemy. Essentially, you know what I mean?
I feel different. Like, I felt like if I worked there, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. Well, fuck.
You're forgetting the integrity of Japanese people. That
that compounds the issue too. Yeah, they're very prideful, so it's probably 10 times worse.
Not in a bad way. Not like
No, it's
their culture, but they very much have a sense of like, this is our stuff, this is your stuff. We respect yours, but please respect ours because it's ours.
Right. I get
respect and
that.
pride is a big thing in Japan. More so than it is over here.
Sony, can I don't want to shift away from it, but it's still like in news related of this week and major announcements and everything. Can I talk about the PS5?
Yeah.
Okay. Did anyone else see the video that leaked from this conference where they showed it off?
No. I didn't watch that. I'm confused about this. So I was trying to do research about this because I was going to bring it up, but it's like there's two stories, but they're like the same story. So I was kind of confused because a couple weeks back, there was that interview with Mark Cerny, or is it Mark? I can't remember his name. Whatever.
I don't know.
Anyways, Cerny, they talked to him and he revealed a bunch of information about what the next console is going to look like. It's not called the PS5 officially or anything, but like he he gave us a bunch of information as to like what some of the technology was going to be and like the solid state drive, and they had the Spider-Man comparison, like, you know, it loads so much faster on the new hardware compared to like the PS4
comparison
Pro
video I wanted to mainly touch on.
But what I'm saying is like they seem to have there's like a new news story basically about the same thing. I guess maybe they dive deeper into that tech demo of Spider-Man, but it's like we already got that news a couple weeks ago and we did talk about that, so I didn't really know what else there was because I didn't watch that video. So I guess you can let us know any additional information.
I posted it in the Ward chat, but nobody like acknowledged it. But I seen a clip. I didn't watch like the full leaked video or whatever, but I did see a clip and it fascinated me. Now, you know, I'm all fucking up on Xbox and whatnot, but that's just because you know me. I'm just like, I need my features. I need my, you know, good servers and blah, blah, blah. Not to shit on Sony and whatnot. Holy fuck, the load times. Like, I thought it myth. I thought it legend. That when they talked about these fucking load times. And seeing this video, they were not lying. Spider-Man on a PS4 Pro, they played it. It took, I think, 8 to 9 seconds of load time for him to like transition from one area to another through a load screen and whatnot, right? Mm-hmm. So fucking they compared it side by side, that load time with the PS5's load time. The PS5 loaded the like Spider-Man from one area of the game into another in 0.83 seconds.
Yeah, they had mentioned that in that original statement.
Fuck yourself, that's so good.
Okay, but I get that that's like a cool, like, percentage-wise and ratio-wise, that's crazy, but at the same time, we're talking about a console, like, that's like comparing a PS2 versus a PS1 loading times, and graphics fidelity, and processing engine, and everything else. Like, that's...
Yeah, but you could also...
To me, that's not impressive at all.
Now load longer than the PS2, so...
I mean, Resident Evil Director's Cut probably loads faster on a PS2 than... on a PS1 like, from 1995, I don't know.
I feel like as you go from generation to generation, you know, you get graphical upgrades and stuff like that where it needs more time to load more information because things get bigger and bigger as generations go forward. So it kind of evens itself out, you know, like loading speeds increase, but also the demand increases too. So you kind of end up in the same kind of an area, right?
Yeah,
they
like
kind of level out.
Definitely, like so, later on, even. But here's out, like, the thing: technology is going to get better. It's going to take longer to load. But I'm like, holy shit, though! Like,
but the thing is with PS4 and PS5 is that this is kind of a weird generation progression because like there's not going to be a huge graphical upgrade. You know, they're focusing more on high def or 3D audio or whatever, high definition audio. They're focusing on 8K higher resolution.
You can't see that fucking high.
Yeah, they're doing audio fidelity, higher resolution, quicker load times. Like, it's a different shift in technology. They're not going, hey, let's push graphics harder. So I think since that's the case, since the hardware is getting better and the graphics are kind of staying the same, they'll probably be upgraded a bit, but it's not going to be a massive leap like it typically is. So since you're not going to have that, you're not going to have all that additional information to load. So since they're upgrading the hard drives, you know, you're going to see that increase in loading times more than you would have seen it before because you did have that kind of leveling out with the graphics, you know, becoming a much bigger deal and much more demanding on the hardware.
Right. I love the, I don't know how they described it essentially. I just know the paraphrased way of how they describe this, and it kind of like it makes me chuckle. From what I kind of like heard, and I didn't read the official statement. Essentially, I'm gonna paraphrase the ridiculousness of what they said. From what I heard, they're just like, we're not using solid state drives. We're using better drives. And I'm like, oh god, like what the fuck does that mean? They're like, we're not doing solid state. We're doing some advanced shit, like
super solid state
RPM, like.
Rock hard state.
It's apparently fucking something.
Liquid state.
I was
no.
liquid state and solid state.
Can you imagine a fucking
No.
hard drive that's just a bag of like metallic looking liquid, and you're like, yeah, it just has data
Fucking
in there.
nano machines.
Like the T1000 from.
I was about to say the fucking solid. The drive inside your PlayStation is like a Terminator's brain chip.
Oh, just loaded a thing.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see things like that where, you do have like lightning fast loading times and higher resolution and stuff like that. But this next generation's kind of disappointing to me because we aren't going to have that like, holy shit, look at these graphics moment. Because that's always been something that's nice. You drop fucking however much these consoles are going to cost. Last gen was like $500 and $600, You drop that amount of money. It's nice to have that feeling of being blown away, and that's been diminishing.
At the same time, this is still Sony just talking about the PlayStation itself. We don't know anything about their first party works.
I understand that. Again,
so their first party might be the ones that blow us away. There's
going to be improvements. It is going to be more powerful. But what I'm saying is like it's not going to be a massive leap. And you can tell just by what they've been saying. Like they even said they're focusing on audio. Like that's one of their primary focuses. And then they're focusing on resolution, and they're integrating PS4 and PS5 or whatever they call it. They're integrating them into one where like they're fully backwards compatible. You can play PS5 games. Like if they release PS5 and PS4 games cross-platform, they network. You can play with each other. Your friends lists are integrated. Like it's basically the same system. So like this is essentially an upgrade, like a super upgrade for the PS4 essentially. So there's just so many things that are pointing to this not being like a true console upgrade, like a new generation. It's more of like an evolution of the existing console.
I have to ask.
They're many years behind Xbox with that technology.
I have to ask. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, I guess, because like again, I'm like Shaun, I think, in that when I want a new console, I either want like to be blown away or see something I've never seen before or have some new shit that I wasn't able to access previously because I didn't own it. But this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So PS2 had the fat model and then the slim model, which didn't really have any. I think they had some hardware differences, but it was more just like convenient, compact, whatever. One of them had an Ethernet cable thing. You can attach something, or it came with it instead of having to buy it peripherally, whatever. PS3 had a fat, and then that had problems with the yellow light or whatever.
The fat always has problems. Anytime Sony makes a fat anything, it seems to fuck up, and then they make a slim.
It's a.
They all make
I don't know why.
Though.
Social commentary. No, but
wow.
But no, like PS3 had a fat, a slim, which I think is the good one, and then the one that's like the CD just slides out on top, like it's weird. I don't know. The Wii had like the Wii and then the Wii something where it was different and it didn't play GameCube games or whatever. And then the PS4 had the original, a slim, a pro. Like now we're having a 5, but it's technically a 4.5 because it's not like any. It's just the same console with better shit. Like I don't know. To me, that just seems like again. I'm 100% with that whole. You should be blown away. It should be something new. It should give me a reason to drop $300, $400 on a piece of technology for ultimately fucking entertainment. So it's like if this new console's like $200, fuck yeah, that's awesome. Make it accessible, make it cheap, whatever. But if it's like $500, $600. Fuck that. Who the fuck wants to pay $500, $600 for a little bit of a better version of something they already have? If you don't already have a PS4, yeah, that might be cool to get, but then you can also just get the actual PS4. 8 seconds of load time.
It's a little bit better version. It's still like a fuck ton better, but
it sounds marginal to me.
Yeah, me too. And another factor of this too is like just that consoles right now are quickly turning into PCs. And that's part of the problem is like on a PC, part of why I don't like gaming on a PC is like, oh, well, I guess it's time to buy a $600 video card. And what do you get for that? You get a marginal upgrade in visual quality because you're not going to have this huge leap in quality if you're, staying up to date on technology. And if you are staying up to date on technology, you're going to be paying out the ass for it. And you're not really getting much of a reward for doing so. So like when you have a console generation, there's a 5 or 8 year gap. So when you do get the new one, there's much better technology, and you see that big upgrade, and it just makes everything more rewarding and enjoyable.
You want it to feel like you actually upgraded your.
Like, who wants to spend $600 on a new video card on a PC and be like, oh, it looks a little bit better? Like, that's terrible. Just like you don't want to buy a $600 console and be like, it looks a bit better, it runs faster.
Thing is, I don't mind that consoles are becoming more like PCs. My issue with the difference
but why don't you mind that? Like, buy a PC then. Play on PC.
Yeah, that's
no, but here's the difference. That's what I'm getting at. The difference is I can buy a PC, but in 10 years I can buy a game for that PC and go, oh shit, well, my graphics card or my sound drive or my CPU or blah blah blah, it's not gonna, there's so many technical difficulties with a PC for just one game that it's just like, depending on your HDD and your blah 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 and your da-da-da, it's just like, your game's not gonna fucking function properly. There's so much fucking shit to do. It's just like, that's why PC people have to fucking upgrade every few years and waste a shit ton of money. But when I buy a console, like, I can have that console for 10 years, buy fucking Monster Hunter, and I know it's gonna work.
But the difference is, for PC, that's kind of like you're arguing the difference between like something that continuously changes and something that has quantums of change. Like a console, like, yeah, you can buy, let's say, a 360 in 2006, and then in 2012 you can still play a 360 game that comes out on the 360 on it and it'll run. But the reason is it's optimized for that hardware that's 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, however long.
Right.
On a PC, they still optimize it for PCs, and that's kind of the beauty.
But they don't optimize everything. I could take a game that I own
for 360, PS3. They do. They have to. Otherwise, you can't release it on.
No, I'm saying on PC.
Well, PC, yeah, PCs. They release a game. You do have to upgrade because you have there's more options. They're not stuck with a developer's kit with one hardware that they can.
I'm saying that I could take a game that, like, on Xbox 360 and play it on my Xbox One and be like, I know it's gonna work. Well, if I upgrade from a Windows Vista to a Windows 10 and then I want to play a Windows Vista game, it's just gonna be like, oh, well, you have 800 issues because this isn't in your computer anymore, and this is outdated, and this is doesn't support this graphics card, and I'm just like, that's why I'm just on console. I'll just play it on the better version.
The thing is, it's getting, that gap is shrinking more and more and more as we move forward, because like now with consoles you have Xbox One and then you have Xbox One S, so it's like, sure, you can play it on both, but it's not going to look as good.
Like Vista to 10, Xbox 360, Xbox One. I'm talking like whole generation skips.
But what I'm saying though is those generation skips are changing. Like that concept is going away and it's turning into Xbox One version 1.0. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting updates.
Microsoft XP 7.
Like, we're getting multiple upgrades of a single generation of a console, and now going from this,
because I know my game is gonna play on it.
Now going from this generation into the next generation, it seems like it's another iteration of the current console. It's a bigger jump, but it's almost in like the same family of console. So like those generations are going away and it's becoming more and more like upgrading a PC. And then, you mentioned like, oh, in 10 years, I can just play it on console. But depending on how long they support the infrastructure of the store system, like how long is that purchased game going to be available on that network? Like, what if they change networks, or they change the infrastructure, or they migrate the servers to something else, or they start over? Like, is that game actually going to be there? Like, what does that look like? It's getting messier and messier, and it's getting more like a PC.
Storefronts, though.
I'm just talking about everything in general. Like, it's becoming more and more like a PC. And it's like, eventually it just gets to the point where, why don't you just play a PC? I understand there's more involved, but that gap is shrinking more and more as we move forward. It's getting to the point where like it doesn't even make sense to have a console. But on that note, like,
down and use your controller.
Well, you can use a controller with a PC. Yeah, you can use a PS4 or an Xbox One controller on a PC. Like, that doesn't even matter anymore.
The PC isn't gonna I feel like my point's not getting
It's called
across.
Droidy Key.
I would just like, but my PC's not gonna play games from 10 years ago because they don't support
Yes, it is.
But my Xbox will.
I can play most 95% of my fucking Steam thing, and it ranges from games
Yeah,
from
but
like the
Steam
90s.
optimizes. I'm talking games from like way back when.
And Microsoft doesn't. I mean, you're talking about a console. They have to be optimized for the firmware and the hardware. Like, yeah, you're talking about more versatility versus a strict hardware box that they have to literally develop for with no variation or versatility or changes in components. One thing I do want to say though,
But they
like,
changed the components from the original Xbox One to the X, and you can still play the same games.
That's exactly where I'm going with what I was just going to say. Remember Black Ops 3, how it came out on PS3 and PS4, or 360 and Xbox One?
Right.
Remember how it was shit on PS3 and 360, and it just looked like garbage? They had to cut the campaign out, and you still paid $60 fucking for it.
That's a difference though, because those are actually two different developed games.
No, it's the same game, but just
It's
different
the same
versions for
game.
different consoles.
That's what I'm saying. It's a different version.
Yeah, right. But let's say
It was two
cross-platform.
separate developments.
Yeah, so is Xbox One versus Xbox One S or PS4, PS5. You're still going to have to develop two different versions of that game, each for different architecture, structure, processor, hardware.
Or it's just gonna run like shit.
Then how come Monster Hunter World works on my buddy's original Xbox One and also works on my X?
But you were also telling me how garbage it looked too.
It does look garbage, but it runs.
But I know, but that's the problem.
Yeah,
though.
but
like,
that's-
we're talking
about the graphics though.
But the thing is, we're talking about consoles, and you're seeing that PC kind of experience where it's like, depending on which one you have, you're getting a worse experience, and it's ruining the whole point of having a console. You're losing
Isn't that the
simplicity.
definition though of having
But anyways,
Xbox
we got to
One,
move out of
Xbox
this.
One S,
But
X-Men.
none of this is even going to matter soon, because like soon it's just you're going to have brands. There's not going to be a console. You know, when things go streaming, like you have these networking, or not networking, but these partnerships with like Microsoft and Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo, and everybody's partnering up, and the line between console and PC are blurring more and more, and then we're going into streaming, and every single company wants you to be able to just stream out your games, and they're looking at ways to do that on a tablet, on a phone, on your TV, on your PC. Use whatever option you have to play this game. So there's not going to be a point of even having a console. There's not going to be a point to having a box that runs games.
The point I was trying to get across, because I'm not a graphics snob, I'm not talking about graphics or anything.
You bought an Xbox One X for graphics specifically.
I know, but I'm saying I'm not a graphics snob. I can play a game. My point
I
is...
beg to differ. No, go ahead.
My point is, can I play the game? Does the game run fine? Is the game fun? I check mark boxes on all three of those, yes. I will play it. That was my point.
That the fun varies from person to person. Fine, some people are cool with 15 FPS, like in GoldenEye on the N64. Some people are not cool with 120. They need their 180 in Counter-Strike.
I get that. I get that. That's opinion. I'm just saying, personally, I like it. I don't mind it because I know my games will run. That's the point I've been trying to make the entire time. And you guys are bringing up graphics and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, does the game run? Check mark yes. All right.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, it's getting redundant to have PC and console because they're becoming more similar. Like, that's what I'm saying.
But I don't have to upgrade. Like, sorry, I'm an idiot. That was a dumb statement I was about to say. I was going, I don't have to upgrade my console. I don't have to.
You don't have to. You want to.
I don't have to every 2 years go out and buy a new graphics chip just because my system can't play it. If I don't upgrade, I'm not.
Sure.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like, there's some hardware out there that's like, oh, we don't support this. If I get a console, I know it's going to support the game. I don't have to upgrade. I know some PCs are finicky. It's all I'm saying is they're very finicky. If you don't buy the right part, you're fucked.
No, I agree with that.
But if I buy a console, I'm good. I'm set.
But even now, you mentioned 2 years, but typically the way games are designed now, even on PC, like you can run most games, 2, 3, 4, 5 years back. You just have to dumb down the specs, and it looks like shit. But you can play it, and it's kind of the same thing on console. But like still, like you shouldn't have to deal with a subpar version of a game. Like that's the whole point. That's why consoles were great. Buy a game, you've got the game. You don't have to worry. Is it going to look like shit? Is it going to run poorly? You want the best version of the game that you can get for the console. And that's why, like, they released an HD version of a game that was on the last system. And you buy that because it's a game that you like, and you want the best version of that, because why not? Why not experience the game that you enjoy to its highest capacity? Like,
yeah,
you should be able to do that, and you should definitely be able to do that on a console.
I'll still have fun with it.
We got to move on. But yeah, no, I understand.
I had a hamburger analogy, but
it's not good.
It'd take too long.
I just fucking hate this. Make consoles and PCs for different audiences. Like, there's no reason to fucking merge the two.
Sean said segregation.
Yes, do it.
Separate them all.
Actually, I think in capitalism that's called options and market value.
Anyway, sticking with Sony Trophy rewards are back. I don't know if you guys knew this, but for a while Sony was offering you monetary rewards and PSN credit for earning trophies, but discontinued the service shortly after. But they recently brought it back. It wasn't even that long ago, maybe 6 or 8 months.
Oh, and I was about to say, I've been in the Microsoft Rewards program since high school. I play Xbox games, and they give me like $10 or $20 a month.
So it's different, though. So I was part of that program, too. But, like, this is attached directly to achievements / trophies. As you earn trophies, you get monetary rewards in PSN currency. So, like, if you earn 100 silver trophies, you get a whole dollar. If you earn 25 gold trophies, it gets you $2.50. 10 platinums is worth $10. It's not a lot, but it's still free gaming money for earning trophies that you're already earning with 0 rewards. So like they're giving you...
It should be scaled way better than that.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is the first version of this, right? It used to be earn trophies just because earn trophies. That's all you got out of it. But at least now, like if you're a trophy hunter and you're getting tons and tons of silver and gold and platinum trophies, you're still getting money. Eventually that's going to turn into free games, and those are free games you weren't getting otherwise, so why not? When you earn achievements on Xbox, you don't get jack shit, Like, it's nice to see some kind of real-world reward for trophies. It's just, it's kind of nice. Especially for me, because I've always been... No, I understand. Xbox has always had a reward system, but typically it's like, buy a game from this category and you get rewards dollars or whatever, or do
but that's
X,
why
Y,
I
and
posted
Z.
the photo below. They don't always do that. There's things below, like right there, that photo. It's play Minecraft, do this, earn money.
Defeat a Ravager in Minecraft.
Exactly. Like, it tells you to do certain things. They have events and different things that they roll out that offer you opportunities to earn points, which turns into dollars. But this is just, it's straight trophies. Earn trophies, get rewards.
Yeah, but
where Xbox is offering you different things.
Goal, and this is just like...
Yeah, but most of the Xbox things are attached to buying things. Like, buy 3 games out of this subcategory within this window of time. Where this is just earn trophies, get money.
I've earned nearly
things.
$100 or more.
No, I understand. They're just, what I'm saying is they're two completely different programs, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just saying you could still... It's the same idea.
There's similar ideas.
Play games, get money.
It's like if Xbox had earn dollars for achievements, then they would be the same, but that's not what this is. It's rotating goals that offer you promotional periods to earn money. It's different.
It's still end idea minus achievements or with achievements. It's still play game, get money.
I think the best idea is where if you spend $3 on a loot box, you get a 5% chance of getting $3 of in-game currency. I think that's the best kind of earn points.
You just fucking sold EA $1 million deal.
Well, it's illegal now. Is that on your is that on the news list, by the way?
It's not illegal yet. They're working on it.
What was it?
Loot boxes.
That's on here, yeah. But we're running behind. I think we might have to cut it short and move out of news.
Super episode.
5.5. That's like the Alex Jones episode of The Ward. 5 hours of screaming and.
Yeah, the loot boxes
Conspiracy
was
theories.
on here, but that's a long topic, so we'll have to save that for another episode. But we'll
Just go watch Yang Yaz channel. Go binge 80 videos and you'll be caught up.
80 videos.
I cannot watch Young Yaz.
I fucking love Yang Ya. I don't agree with him all the time, but like.
It's not that I
85
don't agree with him, it's that every video of his is literally, so this time Bethesda decided to completely fuck their customers in the ass once again. And like, okay.
But
know.
yeah,
I'm informative.
we will move out of news and
Just
get
kidding, we love you,
into
Young.
something
Please
else.
watch.
Jazz,
Yeah.
are you awake?
Yes.
Do you know what time it is?
No.
What?
Time to shut the fuck up!
Wow. It's time for a game.
Time for a game.
Do, 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 do,
Well,
do.
I guess it's time for a game.
What?
What game? I want to play
What
a
are we
game.
playing?
Sonic.
God
Sonic,
damn it.
The game, the game. Oh, I hope they make Sonic the movie the game.
Yes!
Like Battleship. That was
And
the
then we
best
can
game
make a
ever.
shitty movie about it.
What about the Street Fighter the movie, the game?
What
That
about
thing is
Mortal
amazing.
Kombat Armageddon? Best movie ever.
What are we doing, Jess?
What do I put that?
Did you remember to do the thing?
I did. I did.
I'm proud of you.
She's like, she's
She-
rummaging through papers.
She has
right
to
now.
find her
She's like,
physical
"Shit,
papers.
Shit.
I'm looking for a pen.
I need a pen. Otacon.
Oh, here,
Ink.
sitting on it. I don't have my paper that usually has everybody's score, so
No.
we're starting over.
What?
Sean, wait,
Nah,
that's
well,
not
I
fair.
love
Yeah, that's not fair. I just
won.
reset my points.
Sean's out of debt.
We're both out of debt. We both got the one
No.
answer that helped us.
I'm just gonna write them down and then add them later when I find the paper.
That's fair.
That's old school.
Sean's like, that's not fair. I just reset my points. You would be resetting anyways.
You're yeah, but it wouldn't be balanced.
That's
Yeah, I
like
know.
saying like you won $100, but everybody wins 100.
Exactly. Yeah, you didn't win
Yeah.
shit. Everybody got it.
You don't have to pay me back, but no one else does either.
I'm not complaining. I got $100.
I guess I'll go back to earning trophies to get my money. Pennies at a time.
No, I'm gonna go kill Ravagers for 100 times to get 1,000 or 10,000 points.
Wow.
So I didn't know who would be around today, so I kind of just wrote 5 of them. So I'm gonna pick random ones, so they're not in order.
It's an N-1.
I'm afraid.
Oh no, the scores will be the same. -5 plus 5. You
Divide by 0.
No, I don't divide. I don't do math. I just write.
I don't do division.
575,000.
I just write the numbers and the math does itself.
3.1415.
Who wants to go first?
Not me.
Can we earn
Okay.
letters instead of points?
Yes.
Yay.
Can we do Roman numerals like MZV?
No, let's do symbols.
hieroglyphic. Yeah.
You got a
We're just
hashtag.
gonna do like scribbles because that'll be easier for me.
You got
More
precinct
questions.
key B.
Do our questions load in 0.83 seconds, and when we get achievements, we get money.
I like this game. What do you mean no? What is
let me
this?
put a solid state up my ass and I'll think faster.
Excuse me?
So Nick, you didn't want to go first, so you're gonna go first,
I love this country.
right?
Don't forget to take Viagra before you put the solid state in your ass.
Make sure you snort it, even
You
though
have
it
to
may be
loosen
lethal.
up the blood vessels. I'm good. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think you're ready.
I'm not.
I'm ready to be ready.
Okay, here's your quote. If Umbrella sent him here, God only knows what he's up to.
What the fuck?
Get out of my coffee, bitch.
Wow.
Is that part of the quote
I'm sorry.
too? There's no
No.
coffee in Resident Evil. It's all.
Oh, there is in one of the books, but that's not the quote. It's just.
Here, can you say it again?
If Umbrella sent him here, God only knows what he's up to.
For the first one, Resident Evil 1.
Yes.
Yay.
Damn it.
Yes.
You
That
were
is
supposed to get that wrong. I mean, good job.
Why?
Hey, we're all a family here.
Why was he supposed to get that wrong? The whole point is to get it right.
Not for me. The whole point is to win.
I think you're still winning because you're at 0.
Well,
For now.
Well, apparently I'm
now there's
winning
pressure.
How many points is it?
5 points.
Yay.
See, now he's winning by 5 points. Boom.
For today, yeah.
Well, everyone else is either in the negatives or zeros.
Nick gets to choose who's next.
Which one of you wants to go next?
That's not that way.
That's not how that works.
Well, I could also pick the other ones.
True.
Oh, do it.
There you go.
Okay, Shaun, you go.
God damn it.
No, we had a volunteer. Okay, so Cody, here's your quote. You can help these two carry the equipment up. I'll see you on top. I forgot how to read halfway through.
I did that.
Carry the equipment up.
Remember, these are the books, so it's not necessarily in a game.
I'm trying to think what scenario that would take place in. I was like, okay, Resident Evil games where there's definitely multiple people.
Damn, that narrows it down. So it can't be Survivor.
Oh no, I'm guessing Survivor. No. 3?
Nope. It's the first one.
Okay, that was my first guess, but I was like, I don't know. I guessed the first one last time and I was right. I overthought
I guess the first one this time and I was right. So.
This is actually what before they go off to find Bravo team, Wesker's briefing everyone at the RPD, and
I was just like, there is a whole crazy umbrella team in 3, even though a lot of them die. Maybe they're the ones who talking.
It was Nikolai, Mikhail, Carlos, and 2 others.
I'm talking about before they all died.
It's funny because this part 2 is also where there is coffee, because at the beginning of the first book, Jill drops her keys in her coffee and she's late for work. So Wesker makes her get all the fucking shit.
Poor Jill. I hope she brought her sandwich.
Speaking of poor, Shaun.
Wow!
Uh-oh, shade's been thrown.
Wait, your words.
Wow.
I think Shaun owns a fucking mansion with traps and precinct keys and mansion.
His last name
off the books.
is Superman's first name, so he's got it.
You're Superman.
Shh!
I knew it.
Don't tell anybody.
Did you know you never see Donald Glover and Childish Gambino in the same place twice?
Who the fuck are either of them?
Wow.
I know one, I don't know the other.
They're the same
They're
person.
the same, yeah. What the fuck? Or are they?
I don't know.
Or are they?
Oh.
What's my
Okay.
question? Jill.
Here's your quote. Long story. The short answer is, I know too much. Anyway, I was hiding here, but...
But that's not a quote. You can't finish it on a
Yeah, no, that's where the quote
preposition.
ends. It says but.
I like big.
Fuck. Is it 2?
No.
I would have said 2.
It was 3.
God damn it.
There was 4 other parts to the quote, but that was way too long.
We're all stars.
Yeah. So I could use one of the extra ones, but I think we're already over the time, so I don't want to do that extra one today.
God damn it, I'm back in the fucking negative.
Yeah, but you're not
I'll see
Negative
you in
20.
yeah, you're not negative 20. I think you're probably winning now.
I feel like I'm playing Animal Crossing in real life.
You just owe a debt to the Nook.
God damn it.
Are you ready for my game where you have to actually program a Resident Evil game in 5 minutes and then present it?
I already did it.
There you go.
Boom. Alright,
Jeez.
let's fucking
The
wrap
gun.
up.
That's it.
It's time for some updates. Where's Diz when you need her? God damn it. We'll call her. We'll get her on here
Fuck
live.
are you in your
Do
kitchen?
you want me to call her? She's just at a ceremony.
It's like, sorry to interrupt, but we need a theme song.
Yeah. Jacob, graduate later, Jacob. We need a
She just holds up her
Graduate
phone.
on your own time. God.
This is
Not
my
on
own
company. Not on company time.
Exactly.
This is the ward paid vacation with
You have
hotel and
to
expenses.
live your life around the podcast. Be considerate.
Yeah, we gotta put Diz in some serious crunch right now.
Oh, no.
Yo, the crunch at the ward is real. You got to be doing them let's plays and voice acting.
In podcasts.
make sure all the traps work.
You know what
on
else has crunch?
stage.
We gotta make sure it's not the
Cereals.
word. It's not the
Potato
word if
chips.
we don't have 800 projects and rarely anything comes out.
Hey,
We're working
that's
on
some
too
shade.
much. It's true though. We work so hard and nothing ever comes out.
I work so
One day.
hard.
One day.
It got so far.
So you're saying the Viagra doesn't work,
Oh,
I didn't even hit upload.
makes the hard work, but nothing happens.
wow.
So everyone at the ward is really hard, but can't get anything done.
Today's episode is brought to you by Viagra, a little pill that
Jesus
couldn't.
Christ.
Could you imagine the people like watch this podcast though, but don't comment what their mindset is? They're like, "Damn, 5 weeks ago they said they were working on this video. I haven't seen shit in so long."
Be like an
Every week
empty.
they update us and say different content, but I don't see it.
We should all just take pictures of our empty Cialis bottles, be like, this should explain something.
That actually, without dragging it longer, that actually reminds me of every time Sean asked me what I was doing, I'd send him like a screenshot of my editing program with relevations.
I can't
But
fucking
every
believe
time
that.
it was the same picture.
How did I not even notice that? I guess I just
He didn't
believed in you. Fucking
It's like,
trust.
wait a
I got
minute,
away
there's
with that
nothing.
like 4 times till I just told you because I couldn't hold it anymore. I was like, oh my god.
Sean's like,
I
wait,
would
what
have
the-
kept that going. I would have Andy Kaufman the fuck out of that.
No, I think another
Exactly.
time I did the same one, but I put like little spoiler sensor bars on Jill's face and on U's face. No spoilers.
You're the worst.
It's like, what are you working on? Damn it, I gotta send him that one picture.
But the thing is, though, like, technically, it could be the same screenshot, but you're still working on it because, like, you could just be taking a picture of the start. Like, you open up the project
Oh,
and
no,
you
it
took a
was a
screenshot. No, I'm just saying, like, from my perspective, like, that's just telling me that you have it open. Like, you could have opened it, taken that screenshot, and it looks the same, but you've gotten a lot more further
She
in the
said,
progression line.
In
So fuck you. In my defense, fuck
it's
you.
the same spot.
We trusted you, Jazz.
Yeah, that was your first mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see how
Trust
it is.
Jazz to make
Just
content.
shut the fuck up and take your Viagra.
Wow.
And
That's
your
what we do at the
Crocs.
ward. You know, most like mental institutions, like they give you those little cups with all the pills. We just have Viagra.
So a
The
stimulant.
cups are all Viagra.
All of them.
So instead of a
Filled
sedative,
to the
it's a
brim.
stimulant.
My stomach is killing me right now, so
Well, take some Viagra and your dick will keep killing you too.
Okay. Wow.
It's time for some updates.
It's time for some updates. So, like I was talking about before, I've been working on a few Let's Plays in an effort to generate some more content while everybody waits for more machinima, because that takes some time. But yeah, so you'll start to see more Let's Play videos pop up, but don't worry, machinima is still the primary focus. Shit's still being worked on. Let's Plays are just so that you guys have content, and because it's fun, and why not? There you go. But I've started up Friday the 13th and Conan with Jazz.
Nah.
Got a couple videos of that already edited.
Fuck. I
And
already forgot about that.
wow, got Dead Rising 2 with Diz and Dead by Daylight with Nick. So the only person I'm missing is you, Cody. So you're next.
oh boy.
We'll have to
Next
figure
one.
out what the fuck we're gonna
Better
play.
Viagra,
better
Mrs.
dust off that Xbox.
Oh boy,
There's no such thing as Xbox.
Which
Oh my
one?
God.
I did dust it off. We played just the other day. You fuck.
I know.
I paid money dollars so that I could play with you. You're welcome.
$20.
I've also made some more progress with my solo Let's Play of Martian Gothic, so that's still happening. That game is
That was
fucking
Marvin.
ridiculous. Oh yeah, Marvin.
Marvin the
Gothic.
Martian.
Coming soon to a YouTube near you. But yeah, so lots of stuff coming. I've also reached out to several voice actors in an attempt to get the remaining lines turned in for episode 13, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I start getting more stuff turned in by the next podcast, and I will update you guys there. And yeah, that's about it. That's been an update starring me.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yay.
Jazz, what's going on?
Nothing.
Great.
I'd say relevations, but do you believe me?
Nope.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
No,
Send
I
me a
am,
screenshot to prove it. Oh wait.
You have to go
I'm-
to solitary for that.
My stomach is about to explode, so I'll just say mine then. Working on more heavily edited videos that I should have got done, but I've been highly I finished my album finally. It comes out on the fucking 31st. I got interviews, magazine interviews, shows, yada yada yada.
Okay, they're fucking cosmopolitan.
And I got all that shit to do, and I'm finally getting back into YouTube finally. And I think that's it. Borderlands video coming soon. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna say bye because I won't be here because I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Bye.
Bye. Well, that wasn't awkward at all.
No.
Smooth transition is what we call that in the business.
Smooth as baby shit.
Wow, gross. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, Nick.
Oh yeah, updates. I guess I kind of already said it, but I'm gonna be doing a Let's Play for the Ward. Still figuring out what that's gonna be. We'll talk later. But it's gonna be Survivor. No, it's not gonna be Survivor. It's gonna be survival horror related, so probably something spooky like Minecraft or Fortnite. But yeah, that'll be happening. I'm gonna be streaming starting tonight. Well, it's not tonight because this will come out not tonight. But that's not the point. The point is that it'll be happening, and you might be there, you might not be. But it'll also be happening the next week, the same day that this is taking place, which is on a Saturday. And I'll be streaming probably Dead by Daylight or some other spooky shit.
And you're gonna stream recording the podcast live.
Yeah, yeah. So if you guys go to patreon.com/wardhouse or Weskershouse,
you'll see how the cookies are made.
Yeah, for $10 or more, you can
Viagra.
You can see the secret ingredient that we add to all of our content to make it just the extra Ward,
which is just all the drugs mashed up and mixed together.
Yeah,
all of them.
And gasoline. It's very nice.
And piss.
Everybody's piss sample is not.
Pass
for
around
testing.
a cup, fill it with drugs, and then everybody pisses on it.
That sounds like it would
Enjoy.
actually kill you.
It probably would.
But yeah, I'm writing music for you, Shaun, and for you viewers too, so you can enjoy the videos both with your eyeballs and your ears
and your ear balls.
Yeah.
And your balls if you have them. I mean, why not?
If Pornhub ain't doing it for you and you happen to be on the Ward YouTube page and something decides to tickle your fancy in such a manner, we will not discriminate.
Here at the Ward, we stimulate all your balls.
But yeah, so yeah, that's been my update. Also, I'm working, so I'll have money, which means I'll probably buy I'll help buy a laboratory and a police department so we can record our live cosplay machinima like in an actual police department, and we'll zombify the people and stuff. That'll be great.
Sounds wonderful.
But yeah.
Nice.
How about you, Shaun? What are your updates? Oh wait, you did them. Tell them again.
Yeah, let's just go over it again. Jazz, I'm going to circle back around to you. I got derailed by Cody. Did you finish?
Yeah.
Okay. I got so fucking distracted.
Wait, what do you mean? Did you finish?
I think Cody's still in the process, considering he hasn't come back.
Well, he can finish. I don't want to know about him finishing.
And if you want to finish our video, you're welcome to just leave a like and subscribe, please. Don't forget.
Like and subscribe for live shitting, apparently.
Cody's going to be Twitch streaming his shits, and you guys can rate them.
You know what? I wonder if somebody does that. I bet you there's somebody out there that does some dumb shit like that. Who knows? But I don't want to know about it. So
dumb
it's fine.
Shit? Lou?
Oh, you can call it dumb shit. There you go.
Well, there's an IRL option on Twitch, so
oh, no.
You never know.
I don't want it. All right. That does it for episode 35. Thanks for hanging. Let me lose my voice for the third time this fucking podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had the best fucking experience you've ever had in your entire life. And if not, I blame you. But that being said, we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Right.